Hey everybody, DeLongshot Signatures here. This is episode 54 of my 2025 TTM returns. Got back from the U.S. Nationals. Really good day today. Friday was okay, but today was really, really good. I haven't even gone through, so I have no idea how much I've gotten, but it felt pretty heavy, so quite a bit. But I wanted to take a moment here, get caught up on TTMs for this week, so that hopefully Monday after work, if I'm not completely dead, I can get all of that stuff ready for a big video recap and then start getting some stuff posted to Instagram as well. But we've got 9 successes to share from Friday and Saturday. I did have kind of a failure. I did get some stuff back, but it was just unsigned. I wrote to Eric Jones and John Hunter Nemechek separately, so I don't know which request came back, but I got 2 unsigned hero cards from Legacy Motorsports. I think Jones will sign through a different address, so maybe I'll just send it there, but I was hoping, if I sent, to the team, I could get something. But the other ones are successes. This first one is a baseball return. Really good player here. Does charge a fee. I think it's $5 per. He signed 2 of 2 in 34 days. This is coming back from Bert Campaneris, 3-time World Series winner. Had a very solid career while he played, and these photos came out great with a blue signature. Then we got a college football return, which is nice considering college football really opened up today with week 1. A couple games played last week for week 0. This is a 3 of 2 success coming back in 22 days from Coastal Carolina quarterback MJ Morris. He has previously played at Maryland and NC State. Looks like mostly as a backup. And then I actually have 2 Coastal Carolina QBs right now. Him and I think Emmett Brown, who used to be with San Jose State, so I'm not sure who the starter is, but hopefully MJ. But he also included this letter. It said, "Appreciate you for this letter. It really meant a lot to me. Promise not to let you down this season. Would love if you could make it out to a game." I doubt it. We have a very nice place here by the beach, I bet. Again, thank you for your support. Hope you and your family are well. And then considering he kind of just writes his name out, and it's basically the same thing here, I'm going to count that as an autograph. Then we have an NFL return, potential future Hall of Famer, but the fact that he hasn't made it in now kind of scares me on whether he will make it, so definitely let me know what you guys think. But he signed 6 of 6 in 25 days. Do note, it was $5 per, that's why I sent 6. But this is coming back from former offensive lineman Richmond Webb. He, I want to say, was like a 7-time Pro Bowler, 2 or 3-time All-Pro, started a bunch of games during his career, and there's definitely talk about his Hall of Fame eligibility. He has not made it in yet, and granted, there's still some people from his era that haven't been inducted, and considering he started his career in 1990, I think it's like 25 years after you retire that you're no longer eligible in the modern committee. So I think he still has some time, but, let me know what you guys think. I think he's kind of a lower-end Hall of Fame caliber offensive lineman, just with all of those Pro Bowls and All-Pros and everything, but I could be wrong. Maybe there's something I'm missing. But those came back. Then today we got, I think it was like 6 returns. Good first one here. This is adding to my 2025 IndyCar Parkside set. It's a 3 of 3 return in 75 days from Scott McLaughlin. So got these 2 for the set. I've decided for these podiums, I'm just going to go for the winner. I'm not going to try and have all 3 drivers sign it. I feel like that's too much to try and focus on. And then we got one of these vintage cards, which I absolutely love the design of, so that came out great. The other one is a 1 of 4 return, which is pretty disappointing, but at least it was on a base card, so I got this taken care of. But got 1 of 4 back in 77 days from Alex Pillow, this year's champion. He has probably been swarmed with requests with his 500 win, his 4th championship. Rumors back and forth on whether he's going to go to Formula One next season. I think he's talented enough to at least be considered, but there were talks that he was like, yeah, I have no intention to leave. Now it's like he could be moving on to a different team. Who knows? We won't know until the off season. But either way, I got something back signed. I'll take it. Then we have a bowling return, and this person is not part of the PBA Hall of Fame, but probably will be for their accomplishments. But this is a 4 of 4 success, or 4 of 2 success, coming back in 26 days from Kelly Kulick. So Kulick has the unique distinction of being the first woman to win a men's PBA Tour major. She won, I think, the inaugural major for women's PBA Tour, and that earned her a spot on the men's, and she ended up winning the whole thing. So her stats for the PBA Tour are 1 win, 1 finalist, 1 top 5, and 1 major. So successful career there. But she also won 10 majors on the women's side, and I don't even know how many total events. But very, very cool to get her. I'm sure she's in several Bowling Hall of Fames, but I didn't see anything about the PBA Hall of Fame. But I know that they have inducted some people based on merit or their impact on the sport versus their, reaching eligibility as a player. But very cool for her to include some extra cards. This next one is a former college football quarterback. This guy is really obscure. So obscure, in fact, that I could not find a single picture of him on the internet that wasn't a 100 by 100 icon photo. So instead, I just sent a wallpaper I found of the school logo, and to my surprise, it came back signed. This is a 1 of 1 success coming back in 56 days from former Purdue quarterback Mark Vitale. What's really interesting is Purdue is known as the cradle of quarterbacks, similar to cradle of astronauts, but cradle of quarterbacks, lots of drafted players that go on to the NFL. Some success, for sure. Guys like Len Dawson, Bob Greasy, Drew Brees, definitely, but just a lot of names in the NFL. Well, Mark Vitale, if you look at his college stats, granted, he played in the 70s. It was a different time back then. They're not very good. But he ended up getting drafted. And, that happens from time to time, especially back then. Just because someone throws, a few interceptions more than touchdowns, that's usually not that big of a deal. He was drafted in 1977 in the 10th round by the Kansas City Chiefs. You can forget about his yardage. That part's not important. But his final year of college football, he passed for 0 touchdowns and 16 interceptions. Let me see. Do I still have his stats pulled up? I do not. I don't know how much he ran, but those are quite some stats. And he ended up making it, at least being drafted into the NFL. So those scouts thought they saw something. I just thought that was really funny. But it's another drafted player in my collection, so I can at least say that. Then we did get 2 successful hero card requests today, and thankfully, one of them is a current NHRA team that I have been having a lot of trouble with over the past few years in person, but they're great through the mail. But we got 5 signed hero cards in 11 days from Kalitta Motorsports. So I think this is an older Doug Kalitta to go along with last year's J.R. Todd. And then I think I'll have to look, but I'm pretty sure this is a current one of Sean Langdon. It looks like their design. This is the current one of Doug Kalita. And as a spoiler alert, I did not get Doug Kalita in person today. I saw him accept an award. We were standing at his pits. There was maybe like 5 or 6 of us, and then he just walked away. And then a current one of J.R. Todd, who, spoiler alert again, I did get to meet him. So this is now my second one of those. Last return we have here is a guy that I just visited the other day at his open house, and he sent me one signed hero card in 11 days, Cruz Bedregon. So between the ones that I got signed at the event, and then I think I grabbed a couple. I grabbed one, and then I was handed one. It should be my third or fourth one of these that's signed. And he's been running with the gold or bronze, or I think this one's gold marker a lot. But turned out pretty good. A little bit of smudge in there, but not too bad. But that is it for this one. That is it for this week as far as TTMs go. No Mail Monday, which normally stinks, but this time it'll be kind of a relief because I am so flipping tired and sore. And I want to try and get as much of this ready for a video for Monday. But I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Best luck with your guys' collecting. Take care.